Hi, soon-to-be call center agent. This is Nayumi Cee speaking. For today's topic, we'll talk about another 5 questions and answers plus tips. And this is gonna be part 2 of the topic that I initially created. So again, I was given 19 questions by Mr. Juice Philip. So I already created or answered the other 5 questions, and this one it's gonna be number 6 to 10 of the questions he gave me. And if ever you haven't watched part 1 of this video, I'll just put the link on the description box down below. Alright, so by the way, without further ado, let's begin. So question number 6 is, how do you explain color red to a blind person? So I believe I already created a video about this before, but I'll just go ahead and answer this just one more time. And again, this is gonna be an out-of-the-box question. So the questions that he gave me is like a combination of out-of-the-box question, behavioral type of question, as well as the usual interview question and answer part. So I'll give you, of course, tips on how we can nail this question. So the first tip that I can give you, of course, I already told you that this is going to be an out-of-the-box type of question. So we have to think differently, or we have to think out of the box. So let's take a look and consider the other example that I have here, or the other tip. So you have to think of something that describes the color red and let that blind person feel it. So, that person is visually incapable. So we can use his or her other senses in order for him or her to determine what red color is. So this time, instead of him or her seeing the actual image, then we can just let him feel it, okay, by using his sense of touch. So I prepare like 3 answers to this question, and you can pick which of those works best for you. And of course, you are always welcome to create your own answer based on the tips that I'm giving you. So the first sample answer is, I will describe the red color to a blind person by letting him feel the heat of the sun. When overexposed to sun, you'll get sunburn, or it can make your skin reddish, which is a good way of letting that person imagine what color red looks like. So this might not be a very good example because it's kind of damaging, but this is really one way of you explaining this, better. Another example is, I will describe the color red to a blind person by letting him taste red chili sauce. Chili is red in color, and when you eat it, your face will turn red as it is spicy. So that feeling will let the blind person know what symbolizes a red color. Another example is, I will describe the red color to a blind person by telling him how it feels when you're in love, or even when you're angry. So if once in his life he felt angry or in love, then that is another way to identify the color red. So there's really multiple answers to this question, so you gotta go ahead and pick one, or choose at least. Question number 7 is, what is your short-term goal and long-term goal? So I never experienced being asked with this question, but yes, most of the time this is really asked in a call center interview and even in a corporate setting. So of course, I'll give you tips on how to nail this question. So know that short-term goals are goals that can be achieved real quick. So it will only take days, weeks, or a month to achieve. Whereas long-term goals are, of course, goals that will take years to be accomplished or fulfilled. And you may say something about your personal life, but it would be best if you will stick your answer about the job you're applying for. Because again, this is about jobs, so your future goals should be about your job. So I'll give you sample answer to this question, but I think I only provided one answer, but let's hope I provided two. Oh, I think two. So my short-term goal is to pass this job interview with you in order for me to fulfill my long-term goal, which is to stay and grow with this company of yours for as long as my service is being valued and my presence is still appreciated. Okay, so you can answer it that way. Or another answer is, my short-term goal is to land a job that will let me showcase the abilities I have. My long-term goal is to achieve greater heights, especially by taking my career to its next level, and that is by aiming for promotion. Okay, so that's how you answer that question. Number 8, what was the most difficult situation you encountered and how did you tackle it? So let me give you tips on how to nail this question. So remember the time at your old job or in school or in your life, or in your life in general. So when you've been in trouble, so tell your interviewer the things you've done in order to be out of that trouble. Okay, so let me give you answer to that question. Sample answer. So one of the difficult situations I faced in life is when I need to leave my parents in the province where I grew up in order for me to continue my studies in college. It was difficult to be away from my parents, but I always think that what I am doing is for the betterment of myself and my family, and I was able to finish studying, and all of us are grateful for it. Okay, so that's how you can answer that question. Question number 9 is, what is the word that best describes you? So let me give you tips to nail this question. So this is the best time for you to shine. Tell your interviewer your best asset that will help the company grow and will help you develop your potential as well. So here's a sample answer that you can consider. The word that best describes me is flexible. I can work any time of the day. I can render overtime when needed. I am willing to work even during holidays, and I am always open for new ideas that can possibly unleash my hidden potential. Okay, so that's how you can answer that question. Last question is, how often were you absent from your previous company? So this is for those who already have previous job, but if you don't have one just yet, then you may skip this part. So give you tips in this question. Never tell them that you're always absent. Never, as in never, because you don't expect that you'll pass the interview. Will say that you are always absent. Okay, so tell your interviewer that you are the type of person who will never absent unless something critical or an emergency happened that forced you not to go to work. Okay, so it's time for answers. I prepared one answer for you in here. So with my 8 months of stay in my first ever job, I was forced not to report to work for one day because my doctor advised me to take a rest before reporting to work the following day. I don't intend to be absent. It's just that there are times when your body won't cooperate and you have nothing to do but follow it. I also presented medical certificate when I went back to work as proof that I was indeed hospitalized. So when you're working in a call center company and you're absent, and the reason why you're absent is due to medical reasons, you really have to present a medical certificate in order to validate your absence because they won't consider your absence if you won't present medical certificate. So that's how it works. And by the way, please stay tuned for part 3 of this video. I am planning to create it as soon as I can. And yes, by the way, we do have Facebook page named Nayumi Cee. Please visit that page, like that page as well. You can send me direct message there if you have questions. Just let me know. If you want me to refer you to the same company I'm working with right now, you can send me your full name as well as your contact details so I can forward it over to our recruitment team so you can land your dream job as well. And of course, I'd like to say, please make sure to share this video. Like this video if you liked it. Follow me on my social media accounts. Comment down below. I will surely appreciate that. And of course, when you subscribe to my channel, please make sure to turn on notification bell button. And yeah, this is Nayumi Cee once again. Thank you so much for watching. See you in part 3. Bye now.